In the last video, we have discussed about two concepts, production as well as product. Next, the third one, the selling concept or sales concept of marketing management philosophy. So, this selling concept is a common approach for any marketing effort. Without selling, a market or any company cannot exist, right? According to Philip Kotler, selling concept holds that consumers, if left alone, will ordinarily not buy enough of the organization's products. The organization must therefore undertake an aggressive selling promotion efforts. So here, from this it is clear that this concept assumes that any product does not sell itself. You know that. It has to be sold. For selling the product, the consumers have to be educated and effectively convinced that it is this and this product only which will satisfy their needs. That means to stimulate buying and effective selling and promotion tools are a precondition for selling, whether it is a popular product or unsought for products. So in this concept, or this concept says that any product or any commodity that does not sell itself, right, it has to be sold. So for the purpose of selling the product, consumers they have to, or the consumers they have to be educated or effectively convinced. That means that which or this product which gives or which satisfies their needs. So that means stimulate buying, effective selling and promotion tools are a precondition for selling. So some of the features of selling concepts are there. Selling concept is used that consumers, if left alone, will not ordinarily buy enough of an organization's product. So as a manager, we should not left alone, or consumers, that they if we left alone, they will not buy the product, right? They will not buy the organization must undertake an aggressive selling promotion effort. So for the purpose of sale, as a manager or as a organization, we have to take an aggressive selling promotion efforts. If we take the efforts or selling efforts, then only the products can be sold, right? For selling the products, the marketers have to be knowledgeable, energetic and imaginative, since the consumers show buying inertia or resistance. So for the purpose of selling the products, as a marketer or market executive, we should have some of the knowledge about the product, about the company, or energetic and imaginative, right? Then only we can sell the products to the ultimate consumers. So as a marketer, we should know what are the features of product, or what are the qualities, or what is the performance of this particular product. If we know about the information about the product, then, or if we are knowledgeable about the product, then only we can sell the products. Selling concept is practiced more aggressively for unsought for products in comparison to popular products. So selling concept is practiced more aggressively for unsought, not existing products. So this concept is used for unsought products. Unsought products means it's not an existing product, it's a newly product or newly developed product to the market. Selling concept gives emphasis on increasing sales volume even at the low cost of customer satisfaction. So here the selling concept which gives increasing sales volume even at the cost of customer satisfaction. Cost of customer satisfaction in the sense, in the case of if a lack of customer satisfaction, so which gives or which increases the sales volume. Next, utility of selling concepts. Just make correction there. Utility of selling concept. The selling concept which is a common approach for any marketing effort, right? The selling concept is generally practiced in the following areas. Insurance business, first one, insurance business, where people are not ready to insure unless they are suitably motivated by insurance agents. So insurance business, it is one of the very, what we say, here in insurance business, people, they are not ready to insure. So here, as a insurance agent, we have to motivate them to insure, right? Without motivation, they will not insure. So next, second one, new products like liquid soaps, moisturizing cream and lotion, food products, etc., where sales efforts are needed. In this case, new products, take for example a company which manufactures new products like liquid soaps, moisturizing cream and lotion, food products. So in this case, in this type of products, more sale efforts are needed. Without sales efforts, these kind of products will not sell. Technical products like electrical and mechanical equipment, where selling efforts are needed. So in this type, or in this case also, the more selling efforts are needed. Other products like automobiles, books, books, or products with comparatively low demand like carpets, wallpaper, microwave ovens, etc. So in this case, more selling efforts are needed. Without selling efforts, we are not able to sell the product to the ultimate consumer. Next one, criticisms against the selling concept. The main criticism of the selling concept is that it gives emphasis on increasing sales volume and not on consumer satisfaction. Here, in selling concept, which gives emphasis, or the main motto of selling concept is increasing the sales volume and not on consumer satisfaction, right? So they neglect the satisfaction or consumer satisfaction. They concentrate only on sales volume. If they increase the sales volume, then they get the profit. So they neglect the consumer satisfaction. That is one of the drawback or criticism of selling concept. Another criticism against the selling concept is it attempts to narrow down marketing to the function of selling. Narrow down. So there will always, one can assume, be need for some selling, right? But the aim of marketing is to make selling superfluous. The aim of marketing to make selling is to make selling, right? The aim of marketing is to know and understand the customer so well that the product or service fits him or sells itself, right? So ideally marketing should result in a customer who is ready to buy. All that should be needed then is to make the product or service available. So again, third one, again, hard selling always carries greater risk. Hard selling causes the customers to buy a product which they had never intended to buy. Hard selling. So in case of this one, insurance business, right? They forcefully insure, insurance agents, right? So this hard selling which always carries greater risk. So hard selling coaxes the customer to buy a product which they had never intended to buy. So in some case, the buyers or consumers, they are not intended to buy the products, but still the marketers, they forcefully sell the products to the ultimate consumers. In hard selling, there will always be complaint from customers and the bad mouth it to friends and relatives. So here some disappointed customers, they bad mouth means telling wrong information about the product. So here bad mouth the product 11 acquaintances, while satisfied customers may good mouth product only to 3. So this is about what? Criticism against the selling concept. Next, fourth one, the marketing concept of marketing management philosophy. So production concept, product concept and selling concept were challenged, right? Marketing concept came into being and gained momentum after 1950. According to Philip Kotler, marketing concept holds that the key to achieving organizational goals consists in determining the needs and wants of target markets and delivering the desired satisfactions more effectively and efficiently than competitors. So from this definition, it is clear that a marketing concept is a marketing management philosophy which believes that organizations should access and understand the needs and wants of the target customers and accordingly make relevant marketing efforts to satisfy their wants and needs more effectively than competitors. Thus, here the marketing concept is not just putting sales efforts but first understanding customers' needs and wants before putting any sales efforts, right? Then and after that then making the appropriate sales efforts to satisfy the needs and wants of the customers. So here marketing concept is a customer oriented or consumer oriented concept backed by integrated marketing efforts aimed at achieving customer satisfaction. So here which would help in achieving the organizational objectives. So when our customers are satisfied, we are satisfied. So that is one theme is there. We are satisfied if our customers are satisfied. So let us discuss about that. Features of marketing concept. Determination of customer needs and wants. So marketing concept holds that it's a very key to organization goals consisting of determining the needs and wants of target customers and delivering the desired satisfaction more effectively than competitors. So determination of customer needs and wants is one of the feature of marketing philosophy. Second one, understanding the needs and wants of customer. So here the marketing concept is not just putting efforts on sales, but it should understand, first they have to understand needs and wants of the customer and after that make some relevant efforts to satisfy the customers and customers needs and wants. The marketing concept believes in themes. So some of the themes are there. First one, the customer is the boss. Here in marketing concept, customer is the boss. He is the boss. When the customer is satisfied, we are satisfied. So next second theme, see that we are satisfied if our customers are satisfied. Yeah, it's really true because in case of only the customers are satisfied, then only we are satisfied. How? Because if customers are satisfied, then they will buy more and more products. So if they buy more and more products, the company's profit will increase, sales volume will increase, automatically the profit also increases. Have it your way, or have the customer and not the product, have the customer and not the product. So these are the themes of marketing concept. Next, customers can be identified and grouped into coherent unit of market segments depending upon the characteristics and buying behavior. So depending upon the buying behavior as well as characteristics of a particular customer, here the customers are grouped or identified into different segments. Segments in the sense different types of markets or different types of segments. So here the customers are segmented or grouped according to their buying behavior or characteristics. Next one, utility of marketing concept. The marketing concept is of immense value of an organization. Its benefits are, that it points out that long-term success is due to an organization only if it recognizes the fact that the needs of the market are paramount. So here the customer's needs and wants to receive top consideration in all business activities. So here it points out the long-term success. If you want to get the long-term success, then just first of all you should know what is the need and want of the customer, right? So when the customer is satisfied, we are also satisfied. So it clearly suggests that marketing risk can be reduced only by knowing and understanding the market. So if we know the market, if we know the customers, then we can reduce the risk, right? It helps the firm to move more quickly to capitalize on market opportunities. It helps to firm move more quickly to capitalize on the market opportunities. So we can increase the market opportunities. So it ensures effective marketing, which ensures the achievement of organizational goals. So here organization goals are fulfilled when the customers or consumers need and wants are fulfilled. This is about utility of marketing concept. Okay, next move on, fifth one, it is societal marketing concept or social marketing concept. Various drawbacks and problems associated with the marketing concept have contributed to the emergence of social marketing concept. So here social marketing concept is a broad-end marketing concept. It's a broad-end marketing concept. It has gained momentum since 1980. This concept is also known as human concept or ecological concept. This social concept is also known as ecological or human concept. According to Philip Kotler, the societal marketing concept holds that the organization's task is to determine the needs, wants, and interests of target markets and to deliver the desired satisfaction more effectively and efficiently than competitors in a way that preserves or enhances the customers' and society's well-being. So social responsibility, that from this definition it is clear that societal or social marketing concept is a marketing management philosophy that believes in assessing the needs and wants of the target customers or target markets and adapting the organization to produce the market goods to give expected satisfaction more effectively than its competitors in such a way that preserves or enhances consumers as well as society's well-being. So here organization, they should produce such kind of product. It should be improve the well-being of the society, or it should improve, or it should give a good need, or it should satisfy the customer, right? Some of the features of societal marketing concepts are there. First one, the market has to fulfill the customer demand and also to contribute to enrichment of quality of his life. So as a marketer, we have to fulfill the customer's demand, and also we should contribute to certain amount of money, or in the way of money, or in the way of products we have to give, or we have to contribute to the society. Marketers should not offer a product to consumers if it is not in the best interest of the consumers. So forcefully we are not supposed to sell the goods to the buyer. The marketer should look after the long-term consumer and public welfare. As a marketer, we should look after the long-term consumer, right? Public welfare. When we contribute to the public automatically, which they buy more from our company, right? So that the sales volume increases. The marketing plans and programs should duly consider consumer wants and social welfare and corporate needs. So these are the features of societal marketing concept. Utility of societal marketing concept. Societal marketing concept is of immense value. It is a human marketing concept. It is helpful in creating an intelligent consumption pattern, serving the ecological needs, helping the industry to grow and prosper. It serves the business world as well as society as a whole. So here this societal or social marketing concept is one of the human marketing concept. Here the consumers as well as company or organization, they serves the best, right? So here business as well as customer, they serves as the best. Next concept is the difference between selling concept and marketing concept. What are the difference between selling concept and marketing concept? There is a wide variety of differences between selling concept and marketing concept. No, these two concepts are not one and the same. Let us see what are the difference. The selling concept focuses on needs of the seller, whereas marketing concept focuses on needs of the buyer. So selling concept which focus the main motto of sales, marketing concept which focus on the needs of the buyer. Here in marketing concept, they satisfy the customer's needs as well as wants. Second one, the selling concept is preoccupied with the seller's needs to convert his products into cash, but marketing concept is concerned with the idea of satisfying the needs of customers. So here in the selling concept, their idea is to convert his products into cash, but in marketing concept the idea is to satisfy the needs of customers. In the selling concept, the seller is interested in selling his products to earn revenue and profit. So here in selling concept, the main aim or they sell the products to earn the profit, but in marketing concept seller is interested in revenue and profits, but it does so after studying the needs and wants of the customer. In both concept the main motto is to earn the profit, but in a marketing concept they study or they earn profits after studying the needs and wants of the customer. Under the selling concept, the concern makes a product and then uses various selling methods to pursue customers to buy the product. So here in under selling concept they uses various selling methods to sell the product, but in marketing concept the concern makes an effort to find out what the consumers want and then try to develop a product that would satisfy the customer and automatically which yields profit to the concern. Under the selling concept, consumer demand is influenced to adjust to the company's supply, whereas under marketing concept the company adjusts its supply to consumer demand. So here under the selling concept, consumer demand is influenced according to the supply, but in the marketing concept according to the customer's demand they supply. Next one, the selling concept aims at profit through sales volume, but marketing concept aims at profit through serving customers' demand. Under the selling concept, the need for some selling is taken for granted, but marketing concept, the aim is to render selling unwanted. So here, according to the in marketing concept, according to the need and wants of the customer, we are selling. That's why marketing concept is aimed to render selling unwanted things. Aggressive selling plays a major role in selling concept, whereas it plays a minor role in marketing concept. Here in selling concept they forcefully they sell the products to the customer, but in marketing concept they sell according to the needs and wants of the customer. Selling concept involves greater amount of risk for the marketer, but marketing concept avoids the risk involved in hard and aggressive selling. Here in the marketing concept they are not following the aggressive selling, but in the selling concept they follow the aggressive selling. That's why there will be a more risk in selling concept than marketing concept. So that's all. So these are the difference between selling concept and marketing concept. By this we can say that selling concept as well as marketing concept, they are not one and the same. I hope these concepts are understood for everyone. If you have any doubts, you can clarify it. Thank you.